Which business can you start with 500k in Nigeria? I'm going to be talking about the business that I've tried myself that you can start with 500k, and in less than 2 months you're going to see a very good return on investment. Ladies and gentlemen, the business I want to share with you is broiler meat chicken. Apologies for the background voices and the distraction by my children. Yeah, I'm actually babysitting them. So, back to business. If you have a starting capital of 500,000 naira, and I want to assume you have a place to rent or a place of your own that you can actually set up this poultry of a thing. So you're going to be needing, let me just give you a rough estimate, which you are still going to get change left. You'll be using 150,000 naira to erect a temporary structure, and the remaining 350,000 naira is what you are going to be using to buy broiler meat chicken. And let's assume you are someone like me that loves buying day-old chicken to raise up to maturity to sell at stage. With your 350,000 naira left, you will be able to successfully stock 88 broiler meat chicken successfully, including the vaccination, the purchase, and also the feeding. And I've already made a breakdown of how you are going to be spending around 4,000 naira per bird, and in return you'll be getting nothing less than 5,200 per bird. So, other things being equal, I want to believe all what I'm going to be sharing with you here in this video is just assumption, but if you do the right thing, you get beyond what I'm going to be telling you. I'm not a financial advisor, neither am I an expert, but I can only share with you from my own level of experience so far in this business. Yeah, so back to business. If you have watched some of my videos, both the short and the long format, I have shared with you the feed requirements for your broiler meat chicken for week 1 up to week 8. But for the sake of those people that doesn't or have not watched that video, I'm going to be briefly talking about them in details. So for week 1, you are expected to feed your chicken, let me say 1 broiler now. You're supposed to feed 1 broiler with 167 grams of feed for week 1. For week 2, you are expected to feed your broiler meat chicken with 375 grams. And for week 3, you are supposed to feed your broiler meat chicken with 650 grams. While for week 4, 945 grams. And for week 5, 1.22 kg. For week 6, you are supposed to feed your broiler meat chicken with 1.43 kg of feed, while for week 7, 1.6 kg, and lastly for week 8, which is going to be the last week, you are supposed to feed them with 1.7 kg. All these figures I'm giving you, they are the standard and recommended the figures. Now, in total, per bird, you are going to be using 8.1 kg of feed to raise them up to maturity of 8 weeks. So let's assume none of your birds die. You're going to spend 8.1 kg of feed on each bird. And I've actually come up with the rate per kg of feed. At the moment, I am going for a feed that costs 10,700 naira for 25 bags, for 25 kg bag. and which means per kg for that type of feed, you are going to be needing 428 naira per kg. And I told you are going to be spending, you're going to be using 8.1 kg. You can just do your mathematics, and what you're going to be coming up with is going to be around 3,400 and something. Now, let's assume you are going to buy a broiler meat chicken at the rate of 350 naira, or let's just round it off to 400 naira per bird. So, which means you are going to be spending 3,800 naira for buying your feed, as well as for buying, oh my God, for buying your feed as well as for buying the bird. Now, the next thing you have to do is, we are still going to cater for them. We are going to give them vaccination. So I'm budgeting like 200 naira per bird. So everything in total, you're going to be spending 4,000 naira on one bird. Now, I told you with your 350,000 naira remaining, because we have already exhausted 150,000 naira on the housing. So for the remaining 350,000 naira at the rate of 4,000 naira per bird, now you are going to be getting 87.5. So I'm going to be rounding it off to the nearest figure, which is 87, and which means you are going to be having some change with you, like 2,000 naira. Okay, good. But I've already put into consideration the money for the feed, the money for vaccination, and miscellaneous. Anyways, miscellaneous, I've added everything. So on one bird, you are going to be spending 4,000 naira for the duration of 8 weeks, which is 2 months. Now, in return, by recommendation, by standard figures, you are expected to have nothing less than 4.1 kg body weight for your broiler meat chicken. So other things being equal, even if your broiler meat chicken cannot go beyond that, you should be able to have 4.1 kg body weight. Now, assuming everything is fine and it goes as planned, if you are to sell, you are going to be selling that 4.1 kg. Let's assume you want to sell per kg. Currently, the price of per kg for live weight is 1,300 naira. So we are going to do the calculation. 1,300 multiplied by 4.1 rather. So you'll be getting 5,330. And don't forget, you already spent around 4,000 naira on one bird, which means the profit you are getting on one bird is around 1,330. But let me just say you are getting like 1,200. But if in your locality you have the opportunity to sell them in maybe in less than 20s, or maybe in units, let me say in units, the price can still go beyond that, especially during festive period. That bird you are selling at the rate of 5,300 can easily go for 10,000 naira. But let me just plan with when there is no festive period, which is the flat rate, you are going to be getting that 1,300 as profit. Now let me see if you eventually go for a dressed weight. So dressed weight goes for 1,600, 1,700 thereabouts. So let me go for the average. And by the time you remove the intestine, you remove the head, you remove the neck, you remove the leg, and also the feather, what a 4.1 kg will remain will be around 3.2 thereabouts. because normally if you have to remove all what I've just listed to you, he is going to remove around 0.7 to 0.8 kg body weight. Now let's assume your 4.1 kg when dressed, it remains 3.2. So 3.2 multiplied by 1,600. Let's assume you are unable to get a high bidder, so you went for 1,600. 1,600. So you are going to be landing yourself with 5,120, which means 1,120 is your profit. And don't forget, the neck, the leg, the head, and the gizzard, which is part of the intestine, the gizzard and the liver that you removed, is not that they are going to throw it away. You can still sell that one, and the prices varies. The head and the leg, it goes for like 700 to 800 naira, while the gizzard and the liver, they go for 1,600 naira per kg if you are selling at bulk. But now if you have the opportunity to sell in the, per unit, you can sell as high as 2,100 naira per kg. But in your own case, just plan for, you are selling directly to the off-takers. So give or take, even if you are going to dress your chicken, you are still going to be at profit. So ladies and gentlemen, if peradventure you have 500,000 naira sitting in your account and you don't actually know what to do with it, I will more or less like an advice or suggestion that you can just try broiler meat chicken. And you know the funniest thing, all religions eat chicken. Yeah. Oh, not all. Some people are veggies. So, but in long run, you are still going to get profit. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's assume for the first production you went with 87 bird, and assuming out of the 87, like 3 died. So you are left with 84. So that 84 multiplied by 4.1, let's assume that's the amount of body weight our chicken went for, and we sold each and every one of them at the rate of 1,300 naira per kg, multiplied by 1,300. So your 350,000 naira will land you 447,000 naira. And let's take away that from 350,000 that you eventually spent. So you are going to be getting like 997,000 naira as profit. Now adding that into another production, you can as well increase the number of birds you are going to be investing in with this profit. So before you know it, in less than a year, you can actually gain something tangible. So ladies and gentlemen, if you derive value watching my video, please subscribe to this channel, and also in the comment section below this video, please leave your own feedback. I want to hear from you. Let me understand what you are going through. Probably this thing is visible to you or is not visible, and if you want help, feel free to contact me. And apologies again, please, I'm so sorry for the background noises that is coming from my co-directors. I'm so sorry. So ladies and gentlemen, to your success and to my success, let's build wonderful community together. I love you always. I love you. Subscribe. Bye for now.